Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about strain gauge. Strain gauge has a number of applications in our day-to-day life. Whenever a new automobile, aeroplane, railway part or ship is made, it is designed in such a way that it should be lighter. At the same time, it should have sufficient strength to hold the pressures, force, weight, strain. So it becomes necessary to check the each part of this new automobile, aeroplane, railway or ship, and which material is to be used for making this part, so that the new design of the aeroplane, automobile or any structure should be lighter. So strain gauges are very much useful in this type of measurement. Again, we have many public buildings around us. Our own houses are there, tunnels, dams, bridges, cable bridges, concrete roads, underground cavity, monuments, many structures are there. So these structures have particular strength. So their strength or weight bearing capacity decreases as they ages with time, because they suffer extreme weather conditions like very high and low changes in temperature, heavy rainfall. So to keep a watch on how much pressures, force, weight, stress, strain can be handled by these structures, strain gauges are used in their measurements, which will be helpful in preventing further accidents. How? For example, if there is a bridge and we are measuring how much pressure, force, weight, load, stress, strain that bridge can handle with the help of strain gauge. So such measurement by strain gauge gives us a timely data, or you can say a year-wise data of how the strength bearing capacity of this bridge. So it will be helpful in monitoring the bridge or monitoring the public structures, and also safety and preventive measures can be taken to avoid the accidents or mishap. There are different objects around us which are made up of different material. These materials have different strength bearing capacities. So strain gauges are used to check the stress, strain, force, weight, displacement, torque on aeroplane, railway parts, ship, stocks, automobile, and also on structures like public buildings, our own houses, concrete road, tunnels, dams, bridges, cable bridges, underground cavity, monuments and many structures. Now what does strain gauges do? So strain gauges measures the strain on these objects or structure, and the strain can be converted into stress, which is the indicative of the strength of these objects and structures. Because of simpler design, compact nets, strain gauges can be used anywhere on the object. Strain gauge was invented in 1938 by Edward E. Simmons and Arthur C. Ruge. Strain gauges are extensively used for the measurement of weight, force, pressure, displacement, stress, strain. Strain gauge convert the strain on any object into resistance change of the wire, and this change in resistance can be converted into current and voltage by connecting the strain gauge to a suitable bridge circuit. Now let us discuss the principle of strain gauge. So the principle of strain gauge is very simple. It utilizes the change in resistance of the wire to sense the strain produced by a force acting on wire. So if we have a wire of length L and area A, and we know that the resistance of the wire is given by the formula R is equal to rho into L by A, where rho is the resistivity of the material. So because of the strength, the length of the wire changes. As length of the wire changes, the resistivity changes. Means increase in length or change in resistance is indicative of the force applied to the change in length, that means the change in resistance is proportional to the force acting on the wire, and by this we can calculate the force weight acting on the wire. For understanding the construction and working of strain gauge, let us discuss the concept of stress and strain. So if we have a wire of original length L0, and if you apply force to the wire by attaching a weight or something, the wire will elongate, its length will increase. Or if you are compressing the wire, or if you are applying the force on the wire, or if you are compressing the wire, its length will decrease. So what do you mean by stress? Stress is nothing but the applied force per unit area, F by 8. So unit of force is Newton per meter square. Now what is strain? So because of the force, the length of the wire changes. Either it will increase or it will decrease. So strain is nothing but the change in length upon original length, that is del L by L. Strain is the ratio of two similar quantities, so it will have no unit. So now there is a quantity, that is modulus of elasticity, which is the ratio of strain and stress and strain. But if when we are talking about longitudinal stress and longitudinal strain, that is in our case where the wire has length or change is occurring along the length, the Young's modulus Y will be equal to stress by strain. So stress is equal to F by A, strain is equal to del L by del L. So unit of Young's modulus is also Newton per meter square, as the strain has no unit. Now you can see that Y is equal to stress by strain. Y is Young's modulus. So strain is equal, so stress is equal to Y into strain. So by calculating the strength and knowing the Young's modulus of the material, you can calculate the stress, which is the measure of force, pressure, displacement, weight on the object. Construction of strain gauge. Strain gauge consists of few loop of fine constant tension wire which is mounted on a flexible plate. Now why constant tension wire is chosen? Because the constant tension wire has a high sensitivity, means it changes its resistance rapidly with change in length. The hairpin looping of the wire increases its stress in the direction of applied force or stress, hence thereby increases the sensitivity of the gauge. Now for measurement, the strain gauge is attached to the member or the object whose strain, pressure, force, torque, weight we have to measure with the help of an adhesive. So it shows object whose top view, and strain gauge is attached to the object with the help of an adhesive. Of strain gauge. So strain gauge converts the given strain on object into a change in resistance of the wire. So we know that a wire of length L in area A whose resistivity is rho, the resistance of that wire is given by R is equal to rho L by A. So if a force is applied to the wire or if the wire is elongates, its length will increase, thereby its resistance will change. Means the change in length is directly proportional to the change in resistance, and change in length is also proportional to the whatever the force or pressure is applied. So ultimately if you calculate the change in resistance, you will get the change in what is the pressure or force is applied. Here shows a top member of an object. Figure shows the top view of an object with which strain gauge is attached with the help of an adhesive. So if a pressure or force is applied to that top view of the object, it will elongate the wire, thereby increasing its length and thereby increasing its resistance. So this change in resistance is directly proportional to the stress or force which is applied to the top view of the object. Gauge factor is an important parameter of strain gauge. The two physical quantities of interest are fractional change in resistance and fractional change in length. So the ratio of these two quantities gives us a gauge factor K. So gauge factor K is equal to change in resistance upon change in length. So it is equal to del R upon R upon del L upon del L. But del L upon L is the strain. So gauge factor K is equal to del R upon R upon strain. So strain is equal to del R upon R upon K. Now for a given wire of known value of resistance and gauge factor, strain will be directly proportional to del R. Means strain produced in the wire will be proportional to the change in resistance. So if you calculate the change in resistance, then strain on that object or the structure or building can be calculated. For metallic gauge, K varies from -12 for nickel to +6 for alloys. For semiconductor gauge, K varies from 50 to 200, but use of silicon micro gauge is spreading because it can measure even microstrain. Now higher the gauge factor, more is the sensitivity of the gauge, and more is the change in resistance, higher will be the gauge factor. So the wire whose respond to very rapid changes in resistance. So whose resistance changes very rapidly will give you high gauge factor value, means the gauge will be more sensitive. Now we know that the strain produced by the strain gauge will be proportional to change in resistance of the wire. Now how to calculate this change in resistance? So for this, the strain gauge is connected to a Wheatstone bridge network. Now the Wheatstone bridge network has 4 arms. In 2 arms, 2 resistances are connected. In 3rd arm, a strain gauge is connected, and 4th arm, a strain gauge which is dummy, which is not stressed, that is connected. Now when the strain gauge is not connected to any object, device or structure, it is not stressed, so resistance in the 4 arms are equal or balanced, so there will be no output signal. But when the strain gauge is used to measure strain on any object, then resistance of that strain gauge will changes, means the bridge will unbalance, hence at the output you will get a electrical signal. Now the voltmeter can be directly calibrated to give the reading of stress in direct Newton per meter square. Advantages of strain gauge. Number 1, strain gauge is very precise. Strain gauges gives very accurate result. Number 2, it is rugged, easy to install and use. So because of its simpler size, simpler components, it is very compact. So it can be easily used, easy to install, and it no effect of other parameters. Number 3, it has excellent linearity and hysteresis characteristics. So it is extremely linear. Number 4, strain gauge as compared to other gauges is comparatively less sensitive to shock and undesired vibration. So if there are undesired vibration or shocks to the structure, the reading of the strain gauge will not be affected. Number 4, strain gauges are available in multi-element and rosette gauges. So whenever you have to measure the strain in more than one direction, then strain gauges, 3 or more strain gauges can be used in combination to measure the strain in 3 directions. So they are available in multi-element or rosette gauges. Strain gauges are easy to maintain, so they have long operating life and you can use them for years and years, and also they are easy to manufacture because of simple components. So these are the advantages of strain gauge.
Applications of strain gauge. So strain gauges are used in aerodynamics to test the stress on aircraft wing of deflection, to test various components of aeroplane, aircraft, load for wing deflection, deformation in aircraft. In railways, strain gauges are used to measure the stress strain on rail, axial, compression, tension can be measured using strain gauge. Regularly monitoring the rails by strain gauge gives you information about the conditions, stress, bearing capacity, which is helpful in avoiding any accident, or preventive measures can be taken. Next, in automobiles, so for automotive testing and testing of new parts of automobile for their pressure, load, weight, bearing, pressure, stress bearing capacities. In industries, so strain gauges can also be used in different industries, refineries, power plant to measure rotational strain, torque on electric motors, rotational cutting equipment, propellers, turbine, vehicle axles, wheels, fan, pumps, gearbox, shafts. Used to monitor geological and civil structures like dams, public buildings, our own houses, underground cavities, tunnels, cable bridges, monuments, underground cavities, to test ship hulls.
Strain gauges are used to measure the fatigue cracks in metal. When metal objects, metal structures are used for long duration of time, for years and years, they develop fatigue cracks. So the strain gauges are also used to measure the fatigue cracks in metal, so that you can know what is the capacity of this metal object or this metal structure, and when you can correct it, or when you can decompose it. Then strain gauges are also used to measure the load on printed circuit board, that is PCBs. Nowadays all the electronic items are made lighter and lighter, but that PCB should have certain limit. So it is to check what amount of load of electronic component that PCB can bear. So strain gauge are also used for this measurement. So thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for new videos and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.